What is 100% luck, but people act like it's an accomplishment? Winning on a slot machine. If you know a serious slot player, they treat it like a science. They never tell you when they lose. More like they only tell you their winnings, never the amount they spent to make that, which is typically more money than they won. Huh! I won $20 on a scratch-off ticket. No, you just got a $20 rebate on the thousands of dollars you've thrown away. Yes, they certainly do treat it like a science. I've heard my dad talk about his strategy for picking machines and how to win by playing the machines a certain way. It's insane. Whenever I hear that, I am reminded of the experiment with the superstitious pigeons. Put a pigeon in a cage. Have a food dispenser in the cage. Have it dispense food at completely random time intervals. Turns out, the pigeon will associate whatever the heck it had been doing at the moment with food being dispensed. Pigeon was scratching its feet? Now it thinks scratching its feet will cause food to be dispensed. Pigeon was flapping its wings? Now it thinks flapping its wings will cause food to be dispensed. The pigeon will then do that thing over and over again in the hopes of attracting more food. And of course, because the dispensing is random, occasionally it will happen again. The pigeon counts those successes as further validation and gets its belief reinforced. Having rich parents. Definitely. There is a difference between making $1 million and being a millionaire. Holy shit, what is it about being born rich that puts such crazy entitlement in a person's head? Not only are they cocky, but they truly feel like they are better than most people, and they have done nothing to earn this social position. I drive a BMW and I'm 17. Success never sleeps. Didn't your dad drive you to school in that last year? I once cracked an egg and it was a double yolker. I was proud of my accomplishment and claimed it as my own. You inspire me, never change. When somebody cites anecdotal results to justify bad behavior. I drank when I was pregnant and Tommy turned out fine. We never used car seats and nothing bad ever happened. I'm fine to drive, I've driven home plenty of times after a six-pack. In my day we used lead paint and nobody got sick. These are not actions that guarantee bad things happening. They are actions that increase the odds of bad things happening. Add to it, my grandfather smoked a pack a day and make it to 95. A former coworker I'm still friends with on social media won a $5 mail prize in the state lottery last year. At first I was happy for her. She paid off her and her husband's house, put money away for her kids' college funds, and paid off all their student loans. But then the social media posts started coming in about how she deserved the trip to Spain recently, or how she was rewarded for hard work with a new Mercedes. Lady, you got super lucky winning a good-sized prize in the lottery, but did nothing to earn all this. I'd rather have seen a million godsend posts than this shit. At least that acknowledges the randomness. Back when I was in high school, our janitor, who was also the stepdad of one of my friends, won $3.4 million in Quinto. I believe he was the last or second to last payout before they shut down from lack of funds or something, but don't quote me on that. He was the most down-to-earth guy with that money I've ever seen. He paid off their house and their existing cars, bought a nice, big TV, and helped get the high school a new track because the one we had was legit garbage. The school got a state grant to help pay for the track, but still came up like $40,000 short. My buddy's dad just said, "I can cover that," and paid the rest of the cost. Then he put the money in savings and as far as I know has barely touched it over the next 10 years. He still kept his janitorial job, still kept coaching the track team, and basically stayed the exact same, crazy humble and always willing to help person that he's always been. I've honestly always used him as an example of the kind of person I'd want to be if I came into stupid amounts of money like that. I want to believe I would be the same person, but legit think that's a lie. Legit would make me lazy as fuck. I think I would be generous but stingy at the same time. Definitely would quit my job and pursue being a professional, something stupid. I'd love to stream video games and have the personality for it. Unfortunately, not everyone can wait to become the next Dyrus or something like that. There's a reason lottery winners end up less happy a few years after winning than before they won. Your life expectations change and your winnings can't keep up with them. My friend had wealthy grandparents who gave him an enormous inheritance. 2 condos and a townhouse, several $1 million, and 2 luxury cars. When people comment on his sudden lifestyle change, he was working at Burger King previously, the dude says. Yeah, I worked so hard, busting my ass every day, doing an online business to generate supplemental income. There were days where I didn't sleep and I wasn't sure I was going to make it. When I called him out in front of everyone for lying, he started to fake cry and say I was being a hater for him doing well. That inheritance is ridiculous lifestyle change for anyone of any age if they aren't in the right mindset. 3 homes and 2 cars with millions in cash can correct 75% of people problems: money, living situation, reliable transportation, and all they have to do is not fuck it up over time, which tends to happen due to personality traits, I bet. I've lived in Florida my entire life. There's a type of person here that likes to hang tight and not evacuate when a tropical weather system is approaching and they're ordered to do so, and then flex on anybody who did and call them pussies when it's all over. Those people are dumb. Also reckless, because emergency services will have to be wasted on them when they gamble and lose. Usually if they refuse to evacuate, most incident commanders will not risk their personnel's lives to rescue them, which is how it should be. The best way to convince these people to leave is to go around suggesting they write identifying info on their body so their corpse can be identified. Another way is to go around asking them to fill out next of kin notification forms for when they are killed by the storm, fire, flood, etc. And yes, this is stuff they actually do to convince these people. Big breasts. I grew these myself, thank you very much. McDonald's and Chinese food helped me. Did you water them every day and leave them in the sun? I think my boobs are beautiful. Alas, others disagree because I am male. This, but also it works all ways. People act like you did a good thing if you have big boobs. But if you have small boobs, sometimes you get jerk-offs acting like you deliberately chose to grow boobs that aren't big enough for their visual satisfaction. And also if you have large boobs, you sometimes also get jerk-offs who act like you made a deliberate decision to become a total prick-teasing, husband-stealing, filthy slut by growing large boobs. None of these people seem to understand that it is pure genetics, and you have zero choice over it. I don't know. When I get a glimpse of a side boob, I feel pretty lucky all day. My grandmother smoked a pack a day, drank a lot for a 70-year-old, and ate like shit. We found Reese peanut butter cups hidden in a TV drawer once, and caught her smuggling ice cream bars in her purse to her room. Yet she is the only grandparent who doesn't exercise and has yet to come across any severe injury or illness. FYI, my dad thinks she lives off the misery of others, which may be true. My grandma is 95 and lives a similar lifestyle. Everyone thinks she is alive still because she is making everyone miserable and sucking their life force from them. Being tall, like that, is one thing people really have no control over. When I was 6, I had a Russian sports coach who told me to drink milk to get tall. I drank a shitload of milk every day till I was 11, and I just became a fat-ass kid. I'm 5 feet 6 inches. You got tall horizontally. I was standing in line yesterday and had to listen to the family behind me talk about how their children are tall because they were hugged a lot growing up. This released growth hormones, allowing them to get so tall. Being born in a developed country. By the same token, when people act all elitist for being from someplace cool, like NYC, Colorado, California. Yeah, maybe people like the place you were born. That doesn't mean they like you. Being born beautiful. It blows my mind how people really identify with it, as if they achieved it. It's even worse when they prioritize themselves in some way over someone who isn't quite as attractive. Also, I'm talking about genetic physical features here, not gym discipline, diet, etc. They identify with it because of the way others treat them as a result. Yeah, I always wondered how being a beautiful young girl and the attention they get fucks with their conscience. Imagine every person checking you out no matter where you go and what you look like. You would have to be a strong person to not develop a huge ego. If you're still gorgeous after 25, you can brag. I've seen way too many smoking hot 18-year-olds turn into beat-looking hags by 25 for me not to give credit where credit is due. Nationality. Fuck you say about America? Accomplishment if you immigrate, maybe. I didn't see this here, but I think it's the most important one. Winning the fight against cancer. Lots of luck involved here. Is it treatable, and did the treatment work? It's not easy, That's for sure. Being a successful online celebrity. I have seen a few channels from content makers that have these inspirational videos that just tell you to do it and follow your dreams. And one day you'll have millions of subs and have your own studio in downtown NYC just like them. Sure, you aren't going to get to that level of success without the work, but they make it seem like it is a sure thing just because it worked for them. A lot of the time it is just the luck of the internet and something becoming viral that establishes a solid base for further progression. Without the initial surge, many of these people would never have taken off. It isn't 100% luck, of course, but it sure does help. What is 100% luck but people act like it's an accomplishment? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.